Everyone, thank you for joining today. This is, I guess to put it differently, this is definitely a very different stream for myself, and for people who've been watching my channel. This is our session, first full session, ideally full session. I'm not feeling the greatest, so if I'm like, okay, we have to wrap things up, then we'll do that. But in the meanwhile, this is the first full session. This is the first intended full session of the Sister of Bacchus campaign. I'm M Prime. I am the DM, and as you kind of see by the placard cards, we have our full host of characters today. Starting with Amberheart. Please feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello.
All right.
I guess everyone's going to be calling me Chris if it's not in character.
Yes.
And that's okay. I'll be honest, one of like, crap, who's everyone's names? I'm trying to remember everyone's names, dribble at it. So I'm going to cheat and just be like, I've got my placards here. I'll look at that. So
yeah. Don't worry
I made
too
you a
much
cheat
about
sheet.
it. We're probably going to be spending a lot of time in character anyway.
Right.
True.
If I mispronounce Chris's name, I don't have to worry about it. You heard it from him.
All right.
Good to know.
Next on our introductions, we have Elrim. Elrim?
Hello. I am playing Elrim, a hobgob warlock who tries to hide what he really is.
Oh,
It might look like you need
comment.
to turn up desktop audio a bit or something.
Yeah. How's that, everyone?
Sure, test, voice example,
Test.
yay!
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's like, how's that, everyone? We all just sit here quietly waiting to figure out if it worked.
Did it work?
It's quite true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping that by me turning it up and then saying, how's that, everyone, that was good enough cue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Elrim, you were saying that Matt, you were saying that Elrim is what were you saying about Elrim again, please?
Elrim is a hobgob warlock who tries to hide what he is out of fear of that
Reprisal?
thing. No, close. We'll go with that. It's
Okay.
similar enough.
No, yeah, because reprisal implies a specific target. He's more of other people's. Let's be blunt about it. As like more of like he's a hobgoblin. Everyone's like, shouldn't we be trying to kill him or something?
Prejudice is the term I was thinking of.
What was it?
Prejudice.
Thank you. I was thinking of a harsher word, unfortunately. Harsher
Well, it
words,
is
and I
meant
was
to
trying
be family friendly.
Yeah, prejudice works. And I have a habit of putting it family friendly anyways. I don't have a problem. If you guys need to swear, that's fine.
Wait, families are allowed to look at paint? I always thought that was too much for them.
Judging by you, I assume at least 3 of us are not going to be doing a whole lot of swearing.
Yeah.
Okay, so next on the list we have Jored. Jored, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Eddie. This is my voice. I play Jorid, who is the Hill Dwarven Rogue. He joined the guild, or the party, in search of more interesting job sort of thing, and more money to pay for, his mine that collapsed, which, hopefully after a little while he can get back to.
Understood. Well spoken. Well said. Everyone so far well said. Everyone, you might want to prep your ears.
No, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong.
And then we have Muffin.
Yes. So I am Levi. I am playing Muffin, and he is a rabbit folk bard who has had a lifelong passion for music and just all he cares about is just spreading the word of how great music is and trying to get as many people in the world to become musicians as possible, and just all he wants to do is just make everyone's day and be a happy-go-lucky guy and just see new places, explore new things, find new people to make happy.
I have a feeling I need to find the Inspire. I need to have the Inspire command from Joe Cat's videos.
And he's proficient in many instruments, but he starts with a horn because that's what I happen to have around here.
I was going to ask about
Not that I know how to play it. I don't know how to play the trumpet, but I have one. So that's what we're going with. Unless we want to just say that he like whistles, because I can do that actually decently.
Yeah, it's a very Levi thing to do.
Either way. And then last but not least, we have Yanni. Yanni, feel free, please introduce yourself.
Yanni, Catholic monk. And she's basically just out to explore and discover new things.
You may have to turn up the volume on your microphone or something, because that's coming in really quiet, unfortunately, on my end.
Yeah, I have him at 200%, and it's...
So that's okay. I mean, we'll get it rolling. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for your introductions. Thank you for those. Everyone, thank you for your patience. Okay. I am still working on a physical map to have scanned in at some point, to get scanned in to be available for viewing, as well as for your guys' reference points. The kingdom, the as of yet unnamed kingdom, fully proper named for the kingdom, lies essentially in the the west coast of a greater continent. What makes this particular land so I lost sort of a description right there. So rife with life and prime for civilization is the Hartwald, a massive body of water in which many rivers lead out from there, from which around all of the various civilization has dotted throughout the valley, what would be considered a valley. Mm-hmm. It is encompassed on three edges by mountains with only a few paths crossing in through, either by river, by foot, or by foot. As I said, the west coast is more or less open, but still is not the safest of routes, as there's a series of dotted islands and delta that help make some travel more challenging. Mm-hmm. In the duchy, the kingdom is divided up into 5 duchies. It's duchies into counties, baronies, and so on. In the center, one of the centermost duchy, the Duchy of Hartwald, or Hartwald. I keep wanting to pronounce it with the German V, with the German W pronunciation.
Chris's favorite.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
German pronunciation is the greatest.
I'll be honest. As soon as you said, you're like, "Oh, I like German," I'm like, "Okay, then let me try not to get too excited on this." Nevertheless,
it does sound good, Billy.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, in the Duchy of Hartwald, there lies the opulent and extravagant Citer of Bacchus. This is a massive tavern. Some have compared it to a city unto its own, for it has a number of services available through various independent merchants who reside at the tavern, at the Citer of Bacchus. They have their own stables, they have their own smithy, they have their own, a very well-to-do kitchen, a very busy kitchen, as well as, of course, access to fine meads, wines, ales, all craft. It is what makes it stand out, simply put, in the middle of the wood, in the middle of the forest, besides having its own little road paved to it. Not, paved, cut through the forest for it, is that it is 4 stories tall. There is a number of rooms, both for private, public, as well as more upstanding, not upstanding, but well-to-do guests. What also helps out is that, and is for many of these reasons, that the coalition of Crimson Wolves and Adventurers Guild has not just set up shop, but has settled the sister of Bacchus as their headquarters, the place from which they operate out of. A number of rooms as part of the deal, as part of membership for the guild of the coalition. The members have access to their own private rooms. They are not, for most members, these are just simple, standard private rooms you would get at any other tavern. Mm-hmm. For the members of higher standing, they of course get the much more prominent, much more well-to-do, bigger suites. So, beginning to settle into their role, into their new environment, their new company. It is currently a fair spring day, about early mid-season. There is your standard assortment of travelers and strangers, as well as other guild members, just taking their time in this very comfortable afternoon day. And standard kind of chatter is going about. I'll leave it to you guys to pick up from here, as this is where the story begins.
Wow. So we're just out in the town. Have we met?
You guys have, I believe like the newest of you guys have only been, I believe that's Amberheart and Yanni are the only ones who have been a part of the guild for, what was it, about 2 months now, I think you said?
Between 1 and 2 months.
1 and 2 months, yeah. So let's split the difference, say about a month and a half. So one of the things that you guys... Oh, go ahead.
I remember that we had discussed that I'd been a guild member for 3 months. So
yes, we did.
So
you've got a little bit of exposure. I don't remember what we discussed with Muffin or Jored at this point. I assume with Jored, based on the sounds of it, you've been a guild member for some time now.
I was planning on just joining.
I would have just come across it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So then with that in mind, we will have it as that Muffin, you are coming downstairs after having kind of done, paperwork and contract stuff. So you literally have just finished up. Jored, you've been here. You've been a member for about a month and a half to about a month. You just signed up. So one of the things that Muffin. So one of the things they've explained to you when you're upstairs, and they were kind of filling out the paperwork. You're like, yeah, this sounds like a great idea.
I love paperwork.
Well, not the paperwork part, the joining up part.
I love joining things.
But you love joining things. So the one thing they do tell you is that basically, because you're new, they want to make sure you're, understand what you're getting yourself into.
Yep.
they're very laid back on a lot of what the obligations are, the things, and like for guild dues to a great degree. In this sense, as a new member, you're going to have basically a month for yourself, so about 30 days, to just get used to everything. You can start jumping into quests whenever you need to or want to. After that month, the expectation is that when you do go on a quest, or whenever you go on a quest, whether it's now, in a week, in a month, whenever it is, but whenever you go on a quest, the expectation is that part of the rewards you get from doing that quest go back to the guild. The assumption is
Dang it, Wigglytuff.
not assumption. The guild due is 10% or one whole share, whatever is lesser of the two, because they don't want to bankrupt you. So if you go on a quest and you get paid 100 gold, they're expecting to get 10 gold as guild due from that quest.
That is way better than the last guild I worked for.
And they're glad to hear that.
Yeah, Wigglytuff took a big cut.
Oh my god.
Right. Now, by the same token, if like you and you and eight other guild members go on a quest and decide we're going to divide up the treasure amongst each other, and you still get paid 100 golds, they're expecting 10 gold because they'll be expecting themselves 9 guild members, and then they each would get there'll be the one share. So
yes.
So that's generally.
I forget what's kind of like the
Other
equivalent.
expectations.
What's kind of like the equivalent of gold in D&D again? It's like one
gold-
$1 and silver is a penny or something.
It's
Or is it more like a gold is like $10?
It's done by tenths, so you could say $1 is a gold, and then a silver would be a dime, and then a copper would be like a penny.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if like is one gold like enough to buy like super expensive things and like most currencies dealt with in silver or something.
Yeah, that's about. No, like most golds, like I think with gold you'd be able to accommodate like get a lot of cool things, but they wouldn't be like like, oh boy, a gold piece, I can get like that awesome magic item. No, you're gonna have to. Magic items are in gold, but that's why only adventurers tend to, or like high quality artisans really.
Yeah,
do
then there's like
gold.
platinum above that or something, right?
Yes, platinum is 10 gold. Like each platinum piece is the equivalent of 10 gold.
Outstanding.
So,
Oh, yeah.
the only other expectation of all guild members is that you complete a quest, one quest every month. So you are expected to actually just go out and earn some money for yourself and the guild.
Yes.
You can do it sooner, but they're not like, whatever. So
And that opens up other tasks or whatnot we could do on the side.
Yeah.
it can. They do kind of understand that, like, if there's not a lot of quests going on, because it's not like they do go out and they do try and gather quests from other locations, so that way they can kind of get information. But usually, a lot of times, most of the quests that come into the tavern are posted up on a job board by the bar, and that's usually where messengers and couriers from other the realm will have posted up like, hey, we need this, or this is something we need to get taken care of. So, and obviously there might be other competing guilds out there, but then of course some of these quests are going to be things that might be way over your head, so they kind of advise caution when looking at the available jobs, because sure, it might sound like fun, like, oh yeah, let's go slay this dragon that's plaguing the north.
Yes.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I was just thinking the same thing. Know your abilities. Don't fight the dragon yet, please.
Yet being the keyword.
So when do we get to fight the Tarrasque then?
Finding
Half
it.
past
is the
river,
first step.
preferably.
You have to be
Finding
like a
the
level
funny thing
20
would be the
party
hard
to take one of those things down.
You have to be like level 80 party to take those
Oh.
down.
It goes to 20 though.
So, it does. So, kind of as a last little bit of a prep thing, this is more of a, it's kind of like a heads up on like how I'm going to be running things. So, and that is in terms of, we've talked about some expectations at session zero. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it was so hard to say those words. But obviously I'm going to try and utilize what I can out of the books. But when it comes to the monster manual in particular,
Mm-hmm.
think of it more like a guide. Okay. I'm not going to necessarily homebrew everything, but because I want to have that bit more of a challenge, that bit more of a mystery, folklore and allure and everything like that. Not everything you read out of the books, out of the references, is going to be as exactly out of the books. So,
I mean, I already know that 3 of us wouldn't know the difference.
yeah,
at least
but
for
that
the
doesn't
most
mean
part.
you guys can't get your own copies and read them ahead of time. So, but some of you guys already experienced that already, where I've talked to you and like kind of figured things out. So, so picking up the story, coming down from the second floor of the Sister of Bacchus to join the main central tavern area. It is a large open area. There is a cooking pit. Like, it's not like just a hole in the floor. It's actually connected up an extension off of a fireplace. And that is off to the left. Like, the stairs you're coming down is like right by the main entrance. To your right, at the far end, is the bar, to which not only does the Sister Bacchus have sturdy stools for everyone to sit down at, or chairs to which to sit at tables. They have reinforced ones for your, when I say larger customers, I don't mean obese. I mean like your really big, individuals.
Like a Goliath.
Goliaths, your half giants, exactly. But they also have, upon request, step stools readily available or stepping stools and ladders for people of smaller height to get onto their chairs, or in the case of the bar, there's actually a riser that's set up for both people to sit on, and they put rest their feet up on, but also for the weer size, the wee folk to get up and do that. And that's not meant to be derogative. That is just the fact of some characters don't even make the 4-foot mark. So coming down from the second stairs is this Muffin. Please describe yourself.
Like to the other party members or to the stream or what?
Everybody. This is consider this a full session at this point. Like at this point we can I'll worry about the audience. I'll make the audience my priority. You guys make fun and my fun your priority. So
yes. So who all is there? Is everybody just happen to be in the same room right now?
Yeah. So, as the newest member, describe yourself, so that way then everyone else can then kind of describe themselves for you, because you're the new person here. You're getting used to everyone. Everyone here has maybe had a chance to maybe casually meet each other at some point, or at least recognize each other.
All right. Hey, everybody! I'm Muffin, and I just got here from some city, some distance away, and I'm looking for some kind of adventures or thrills. I'm a bard, so I can help with some kind of like status stuff and AoE. And anybody want to take me? I'm just looking for something to do, because sitting around here all day is going to get really boring really fast.
And so this, as the picture is right there, he is this, what was it, 3.5 foot tall rabbit folk?
It's this thing. Oh wait, they can't see
Okay.
that.
At least
Oh,
the audience, at least
yeah,
we can see
yeah.
the one picture on the one
Yeah.
placard there. So
Also, for the people in the call, I popped out a stream window. I was just gonna have some stuff playing from my old D&D playlist in there, because I'm sure he has his own music for stream, but that can at least be something for people in the call if they want.
So, I'm going to lightly nudge Yanni, figuring she's going to be a little more excited about this.
Microphone working better?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I really can't.
Oh. I have it all the way up, but
Okay. No, I can
In
hear
Discord too?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, Yanni's just extremely excited about
Mhm.
seeing Muffin, and
Yes.
just pushing Amberheart to try to go talk to him.
Ah, yes.
Elrum is a man in staring at the board of jobs in all armor. He glances over towards you when you're talking and goes back to the board when you finish.
And Jord is just kind of sitting there at a table having a beer and just kind of like watching it as if it was a show and like laughing to himself. But I guess for what he's wearing leather armor, a few weapons, but you can't really see them that well. They're pretty well concealed, and he's only really carrying what he needs, so all that is a backpack. And you might wonder what's inside there, but you can't see it, so it could be anything.
Dun dun dun.
So, basically, I just said that, and no one actually did anything. Or...
Actually, no.
Oh.
Yanni, I believe Yanni
yeah,
is
yeah.
trying to egg Amberheart on to like,
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, but that hasn't concluded yet.
Basically pulling me over.
Yeah. Which has got to be an interesting sight because Yanni is and physically describe your character, Yanni, please.
Halfling, so she's very, very small,
Yeah.
wearing no armor and has a bow staff on her back.
So, like, eye level to me.
Yeah, basically.
No wonder there's excitement.
And pulling along, go ahead, Amberheart, please.
Yeah, Amberheart's a Tabaxi paladin wearing chainmail, and like with like fiery fur and pale blue eyes.
And for those who are not aware, Tabaxi is more colloquially referred to as a cat folk. So this is, are you more domesticate feline in a facial appearance and structure, or more like tiger or lion? Because there's a difference.
I'm kind of debating somewhere either more panther-like or
Okay.
because I feel like that fits what I'm thinking a bit better, but also possibly domesticated if I like it's. I'm trying to figure out what works better in my mind.
Understood. Well, let's go with the more. There could be a blend too, so you could have a little bit more of like the more pointed ears that a more domesticated feline would have. And for those who don't know, I probably would be. You can't see or hear my air quotes over domesticate because cats are not that domesticated in reality. Don't worry, I love cats.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. picturing this about average height, if I'm not mistaken, being pulled around by this halfling, right up to the newest member, Muffin, who is very outwardly upbeat, with an upbeat cadence, like, "Hi, everyone."
What's up, pals?
I'm gonna whisper to Yanni. You speak first.
You want to join our group?
Sure, who's in the group?
Just my friend here, Amberheart.
Hi, I'm Muffin. And I hold out for a handshake to Amber.
I'm gonna, I guess, kind of cautiously reach out and say, "Well met."
Great!
And just aggressively shake the hand.
As soon as that happens, I'm just gonna kind of let it happen and kind of somewhat quickly reach my hand back.
And you said you were Yanni?
I'm gonna start poking Muffin's ears.
Oh, it tickles. You're not the first one to do this.
Sorry if Yanni bothers you at all. She kind of gets a little excited about things.
Well, being excited
Really
is a
fluffy.
good thing to be.
George just like bursts out laughing after he sees that happen.
Mm-hmm. And who might you be? I call over to
You
George.
talking to me?
Yeah! You look like you're having fun over there.
Raises his glass and walks over. He says, "Well, I'm Jorid. I'm also new here, kind of. Only been here a month, but only learned a few things so far. Who are you guys?"
I'm Muffin.
Well, pleased to meet you. And reaches out for a handshake.
Gladly, same.
So
Raises
please
his eyebrows a little bit.
Yes.
Amber
So please
Heard.
continue to talk. This is going to be the challenging part for me because I've not done the distance thing, but I'm going to try and, because Matt is all for reading the job thing, so I'm going to try and fill him in on some description too. But like I said, hopefully we'll try and make this not complete audible chaos.
Chaos.
So,
Control.
Elrim, as you are hearing this conversation, because you definitely are kind of you definitely seem to be keeping alert of like the new excitement over the new member. And whenever there's more seasoned veterans of the guild, of the coalition, they seem to be very open arms, accepting of new people as well. You definitely got a little bit of hey, welcome, when you definitely were joined in.
Right.
On the board, there's obviously numbers of missions. Several of them, if you notice, are marked as already somebody's taken them, so they're unavailable. There's a few that are there's the Duke of the North is asking for had requested some reinforcements for dealing with giants. You're like, yeah, that's not us. That's not me.
No. No,
when you come
not at
across,
all.
yes,
Yeah.
and other such missions that are still open at this time, but you do come across a couple that catch your eye. It looks like, okay, this might be a little more manageable. So one notice says, "Something has been attacking my sheep herds. Not only am I down several sheep, now whatever it is mauled one of my farmhands. Come to Willoughby's farm." The other notice, you catch your eye, says, "Urgent! and is emboldened and underlined. Assistance
Someone paid extra
required.
for that.
What was that?
Someone paid extra for that.
Basically. Assistance witch hunt. Lives depend on it. Travel to Fox Hollow. Based on the hastiness of the handwriting, it's definitely a, short on words. Plus they spent extra on the emboldened urgent.
Mm-hmm. I will inquire about the beast hunt.
The first one?
So
Yep.
is there just like a front counter with the person who knows what each of these is by memory or something?
Sometimes it's the case if they've gotten a chance to ask about. In this case, unfortunately, so you go to the bar and ask, and and they say, unfortunately, these were just delivered here by messenger, so the messenger didn't have any other information to provide on it.
So how do I go about marking one as taken?
You would still talk to the same person you're asking. One of the barkeeps.
Okay.
They would basically pull over records keeper, and they'll basically put you down, and whoever else you claim is like coming with you on if you're part of a group, to head your way out.
I guess I will turn to the room for a moment and does anyone want to come with me on a beast hunt?
Me.
Well, that sounds like a load of fun.
What sort of beast are we talking about?
I don't know. It's just on the board. No extra details, just a location.
Is there any kind of difficulty level or something? I don't know how they'd mark that.
Well, DM, is there?
They generally try to kind of keep them organized as like, here's like the newbies, like the kind, not newbies, but like the ones that would be more safer for like anybody to take, but generally more expected that, the newer, less experienced guild members,
The beginner.
The beginner ones, right? And then there'd be more the intermediate, and there's the ones that they're kind of expecting the more, the top tier members to take on. So they kind of divide up on the board in that regards.
And so that was one of the beginner ones, right?
Correct.
That's with the beginner quests, so probably won't take too much.
How much we're getting paid for it?
Unfortunately, it doesn't disclose on that one either. Actually, no, so sorry. It doesn't disclose on the notice. When you ask about it, though, they do say that it looks like compensation would be 50 plumes plus travel expenses.
Where in the spectrum is a plume?
60 plumes. Plume is the the term for gold pieces because of the plumage.
Okay. I was like, is that below copper or something?
No.
Okay.
It's
that makes more
it's like in
sense.
America where we refer to them as bucks for dollars.
Okay.
That'll do. At least for now.
I guess if Yanni is going to be taking part in this, I'll have to keep her out of too much trouble. And it looks like Muffin might need it too.
What? What kind of trouble do you think I'm gonna get into?
Just look at you.
Nah. I can take care of myself. I got
I'm gonna
this.
turn back to the guy I'm talking to and just tell him me and these 4 others.
All right.
There we go.
Noted. And then kind of like open up a little spot in the bar. Walk over and kind of put a mark on it saying, it's been claimed. Basically, a little push pin, basically, or equivalent to it.
Mine.
All right. And he goes, good luck. Good, may the quest go well for you. All of you.
May the bartending go well for you.
Thank you. Kind of nice, kindly smile back.
I like those.
So Jord looks at Elrim. He says, "So what's your name, friend?" Kind of studies your face a little bit.
His face is actually hidden by a helmet.
Oh.
So not much to study. You can see pointed ears and like a reddish tint to his skin, and yellow eyes. But my name is Elrim. It'll be an honor to work with another member of my father's race.
Ah.
Shall we?
Where to? Where did it say we're going?
To Willoughby's farm.
Willoughby's farm. Okay.
So that would be a location that is obviously it's not a village. It's obviously a individual farm in that regards. It is going to be a few days. It's going to be several days travel, possibly about a week.
Oh.
To get out there.
Oh my.
Should we inquire about horses or a wagon? Maybe get there faster.
What funds do we have currently? I only have 10 gold.
I've got a little bit.
I got 10 to my name.
I think everyone just has 10.
I've got 26.
No.
Sounds about right.
I've got 15, but I did plan on picking something up before we leave, so.
I may only have 10 gold, but I do also have a horn.
We could sell the horn for gold.
I've got better plans for this. I've got better plans for this horn.
Something tells me that's not the greatest of ideas.
Do you not want any of my bardic inspiration?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them trying to sell your instrument.
That's who I'm talking to as well.
Well, you can sing, can't you?
That is also a potential thing. But the horn, it's a little more piercing. It gets the real range out there.
I've heard that bards need an instrument.
Ah, yes.
You
don't want to see what happens.
Voice an instrument.
You don't want to see what happens when I get me a hurdy-gurdy. That's when things get real fun.
What the heck is a hurdy-gurdy? Out of character, Eddie knows, but George does not.
Do you know what bagpipes are? It's like that, but instead of blowing into it, you crank it, and a few other little things are different. But that's probably the similar popular instrument.
You crank it so it's got gears. I can understand that.
Yes. It's a technological marvel, but all I care about is that it makes noise.
So you guys are still, I think technically you guys are still at the Sister of Bacchus. You guys haven't left yet? Or are you guys like, you know what, can't afford a wagon? Or what was it?
I wanted to look into getting like maybe some potions or a healer's kit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, take a moment to ask around. They don't have any. The potion maker is not like one of the more like frequent potion makers who visit the tavern, who visit the Sister of Bacchus is not in. But a healer's kit you should be able to find for procurement somewhere.
Perhaps like a apothecary. It's in town.
A what?
Let's see.
Apothecary. It's
Apothecary?
To be a little more clear on the description of it, the Sister Bacchus is actually like fairly remote. It's more of like a roadside tavern. So it gets the reputation of having so many services available to it because of how many people basically have taken up residence and set up shop there. So.
So should we go shopping?
Shopping's good.
I would like to go shopping. Pick up some supplies for this. I will start hunting down supplies to keep us alive.
I'm wondering if there's any supplies that I'm not already good on. I mean, I got. I'm pretty set.
Okay.
I'll just join somebody who's going shopping.
Yeah, I'll just follow.
All right.
Same.
Sounds like not a lot of us have a ton to pick out.
How much does a health potion usually cost?
I think
So
more
you do
than we-
find that there is. So Elrin, looking around, he does find somebody who has a healer's kit available,
Okay.
and they kind of take a moment to look at you for a second, like you're a big one, sort of.
I mean, I'm only 5'1".
5'1". Sorry, I thought you were bigger than that for some reason.
Nope.
Amberheart's probably the
Okay,
biggest one.
Probably considering Tabaxi are usually a little on the tall side.
How tall are you?
Well, usually the lower end of the average is about 6 feet.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
you
said
would
the
be.
highest. Said the highest for mine was 5'7", so I'm not gonna be tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for a 4'2" elf or a dwarf. I mean,
So we can mostly look eye to eye.
Well,
See you guys.
groups of us can.
physically.
Yes.
So yeah, they kind of look you over a second and like, yeah, what you looking for?
Going on a quest and could use some healing items.
All right. I may have an item or two.
I need your
Tucked away.
finest potions.
Potions, unfortunately, I have none of.
Unfortunate.
What else can? You said you were looking for? What else?
Healer's kit would be nice too.
There's kits. And I should be
Yes.
able to accommodate you, sir.
Thank you.
So he hustles up to his room, comes back down real quick with the item, the little leather pouch. You recognize as a healer's kit. This is I got that'd be 5 gold. So,
I will hand that over. I'll
all right,
pull out my gold pouch and take out 5 pieces.
all right. Kindly get
5 plumes, as it were.
Aha.
kindly doing business with you, sir. Thank you.
Jordan
Thank you.
hands over 2 plumes to Elrum. Here you go, party. It's for the party, right?
Well, thank you. Not used to that. I'll just put them back in my pouch.
Ah.
Shall we?
Is everybody as one group right now still?
What?
Is everyone still as one group?
I think so.
Okay. I didn't know if we like
for the
branched
call?
out to look at different shops or something.
Probably. not.
Oh. That's up to you guys. Yell said you followed me, so
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
followed.
follow. Yeah.
did you wander off?
Not with this character. My last one definitely. just hanging
Shall we
out.
head out?
See what's what.
If we're all set,
That sounds good.
maybe there's a stable nearby.
There is an attached stable.
If horses would be faster, then we could give it a try.
Well,
Can we afford that though?
yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I can
Are horses
ride a
on
horse.
rental? We might need ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably cheaper, right?
I don't know.
Probably.
I feel like they might be a little harder to find.
Well, what are we supposed to do? I'm elevationally challenged.
That sounds like a you problem.
Unless if you, never mind, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, so George just kind of saunters over to the stable, looks and pokes around and see if they have a wagon of some sort.
All right. Looking around in there, it looks like there's a few different vehicles. There's a couple different wagons and carts that are hitched into different stalls or hitched up around the stables themselves. And you're not sure. Obviously, from the they're different style. They're different styles, different makes. They can use some signage. So you're thinking like, okay, so some of these might be privately owned. They may not be necessarily the taverns itself.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the things that come to mind when you're looking at it.
Is there a hand that's working, or
There's a stable. There's a. I don't know if it would be a stable master or just a stable hand. Stable hand would definitely be a more immediately available. Yes, sir. What can I do for you? It's a younger lad.
you got any carts or wagons available?
Yes, we do. Looking at it, they go, yes. Well, looks like we should. You might be able to do. Let me double check with the master of the stables,
Alrighty.
just to be sure, because they're looking at it like.
It'll be for the five of us. Kind of gestures towards the rest of the party.
Okay. Okay. So he goes into the further, talks to somebody on the inside there. Then another person comes out with the stable hand, and they're a little better dressed. Definitely some more like work clothes. Probably you get the feeling the stable master. So the young lad here says, says you're looking for a cart to carry the five of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And possibly something to bring the cart. Or
Well,
To
of
rent,
course.
hold
we're
or
not
carry.
buying.
I would kind of assume that was a given.
Yeah.
We're looking to rent. We're not buying.
Looking to rent. Okay, I was gonna say that's a fair different matter. So, so I gotta do some math in my head. Okay. So that will be so he opens up with that will be that'll be a 5 gold deposit. Now we'll log you in, and then every day beyond the first is 5 silver.
I'll pitch in 2 gold for that.
I will pitch in the 2 gold that Gerald gave me.
I'll pitch in a gold.
Yeah, same.
Wow,
Well,
it's 5.
Yeah.
is that a tip?
I'll just
Is that
keep my gold button.
you'll pay
Well,
the
security
first?
deposit.
We'll put Yanni on the silver fee thing.
So we're paying the silver price after we bring them back, and you just log the days we're gone. Is that how it works?
Exactly. That's it
Okay.
exactly, sir.
Okay. Turns around. Does that sound good to you guys, or should I try and haggle?
It'll work for me. This guy looks like he has more experience with renting horses and carts than we do.
I don't exactly know how everything works around here.
You gotta get out and live some more.
Just standing there, kind of blinking at you.
You're a right loud one, aren't you?
It wouldn't be any fun if I was quiet.
Yes.
That is a matter of opinion.
All right. So Jorid turns around again. He says, "Yeah, I think that'll do."
All right. Excellent. So you hand over the 5. So what is it? Is the 5 gold, or did I miscounted? I miscounted.
There
at
was
some point.
5
So
gold, 2 from was it Elrin or something?
Room. Okay.
Or 2 from Elrim, 2 from Muffin, and 1
One
from
from Amberheart.
Yeah, from Amberheart.
Amberheart.
I've
Gotcha.
already deducted it in my character sheet.
Not a problem. Okay then. So he pays him. You know, they'll take a log. You go. Here's Bessie. She'll take care of you. That's a fine looking draft horse. You know, stable hand helps hitch up the cart. And it looks like, you know, be able to fit like one driver and then like 3 or 4 you know, standard size humans. So with you guys, depending on how you arrange it, you should be able to accommodate a little more space for yourselves.
Yeah, we have like 1 that might be that size.
Okay, well, we got 1 who's a bit taller, we got 1 who's about that size, and we got 3 shorties. I think we can fit this.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So who's driving, Amberheart? You or me?
I mean, do you feel you're more comfortable with it, or should I go ahead and try?
I can give it a try if you'd like.
Was there any experience between the 2 of you?
I mean, most of
We
my
know.
time's been spent on my own feet rather than on an animal, but it's not like I'm completely foreign to animals.
About the same.
DM. So as a city watch, I would imagine I might have some experience riding horses, you know, getting from place to place quickly.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily be riding the horse. There is a little seat on the cart that you could sit on. That being said,
Oh.
you would have experience enough to, like, you know,
Hold the reins.
hold the reins, direct them, whatever you need to do on that one, or even like do some moderate control. If like you had to start, if chase were given and you're not proficient in it, then it would be more. You might have more of a challenge because you didn't really have as much of your time in the city watch. You didn't really get into many full on like wagon or cart chases.
Oh yeah, that's true. Seems we're all at the same level. I don't think it matters who drives.
Common sense would dictate you guys could even take shifts, as it were, because it's still going to be at least a few days.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'll take first go.
Sounds good.
All right.
So
I'm just making my notes.
And the cart, then, I guess.
All we need to worry about is making sure Yanni doesn't try to drive.
what?
I can drive.
Good to know.
It's like
That's
one of
how
the
we'll
few
get
times
into
I've
our
even
fir-
seen a horse.
That's how we'll get into our first race. We won't be racing anything, but we'll be going places.
We need to be going that way. This is a shortcut in the opposite direction.
The Yanni effect.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for Dakota, but I don't think Yanni's quite that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh no.
We've
It
given
can't.
him
It can't be
ideas
as
for
bad as
trouble,
Echo was. Echo would have just kind of sat in the driver's seat, and then the horses would start on fire.
Or become giant monsters.
We're not at the giant monsters yet. We need to find them. So, we're off on our journey. I'm guessing it's just like the morning, and we have all day to travel or something.
It's early afternoon. It's like the equivalent of like 1 p.m. So, but yes, you have like the rest of the day for travel.
Alright.
Obviously,
Do we have
taking
a
time at some
specific,
point.
or do we have like a
What was that?
town? Do we have like a town or something on the way that we know we could have as like our stop for the night, and where our goal should be to get there? I don't have like a road map, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the map up for you guys to work with on that.
Camp out.
Yeah,
We
that-
could. Do we have camping
always
supplies?
I mean, every character's supposed to come with a kit, a pack
Yeah.
that has like a bedroll and whatnot.
I do
Right.
have a bedroll. I
It's-
have a candle.
Some of you guys might be
I
more.
didn't even know this was in
able-
character.
I would probably have no problem just kind of being anywhere.
Indeed.
Agreed.
So.
So I'm assuming we're probably heading out in the cart now, or
Yes, I figured you guys were hitched up.
or
I believe Amberheart was taking first.
Yep.
Drive.
Correct.
So yeah, I actually made that note and I forgot it already. No, so yeah.
We forgive you.
So no, you guys feel free to talk amongst yourselves. You have this just, the road is reasonably smooth. It's very well traveled. So there's every now and then a couple of bumps. There's not really shock absorbers in a cart. So you guys every now and then feel the bump of the road. But again, it's a temperate climate where you are. It's I know it's very vague when I say early mid-spring. So it's very seasonable. It's probably like a nice 67, 70 degrees out. Fahrenheit for those who are non-empirical. They're metric. That's it. I don't remember which. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves. You guys have some time together.
So where are all you guys from? I mostly just got names and appearances.
Mountains. That's about it.
I haven't done much in mountains before. Are they fun? Are they lively?
I would think so. Did a lot of mining there,
Oh.
but can't do that no more. That's why I'm here.
Did you get an injury or something?
No, the old family mine collapsed unexpectedly, but I think we know who might have done it, but jealous folk.
Huh. When did this happen?
Over a decade ago.
Oh. So you've just been wandering around since?
No, I've been trying to, make money. That's why I'm here.
Oh.
So you're not the only one looking for someone and trying to keep up supplies while doing it.
Well, sure. What brings you here? Exactly.
To who?
My brother disappeared a while back. His party went out on a routine scout of the area and never returned.
Routine scout of the area, huh? Well, how old was he when that happened?
He's older than me.
Oh, I see.
It was about a couple months ago.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
I'd love to find out who did it, or if some other force had something to do with it.
Did he go with a party? Did you hear anything about the party? Did they come back?
No one came back.
Do you know where they were headed?
There was no general, place for them to head. That they just were doing something I've done hundreds of times. That everyone's done it, and they just never came back, and we can't find any trace of them.
And what about you? Elrin, is it?
You ever take that helmet off?
That's a shame to hear, Emberheart. I hope you find them. And, little rabbit, it's Elrim.
Oh. Sorry. Elrim.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll make a note.
I don't take the helmet off if I don't have to. For personal reasons.
I can respect that.
We all have our secrets, and
Helmet
not
seems
everyone
so
is
uncomfortable.
as trusting as a couple of us.
You'll open up. Just you wait.
We'll see.
An optimistic one.
Hasn't steered me wrong so far.
I'm from a nearby village. I've been making residence in the Chantry.
So what's your expertise?
I'm a holy warrior. I'm a healer and a little bit of a fighter, though I could use improvement on my swordsmanship.
Well, jack of four trades, eh?
A little.
Certainly been keeping it more interesting than I have. I just found the thing I like and I stuck with it.
If anyone needs a sparring partner, I wouldn't be opposed to testing my skills.
My sword's probably shorter than your dagger.
I would always be up for practicing.
Surprised you haven't given your life story like you've done to so many others, Yanni.
He's just looking off in the distance. Wait, what?
Wishing.
Me? I just lived in the forest for a really long time. And then I met Amberheart and I just followed her here.
So you're a stalker.
You could say that.
No.
Yeah, the forest gets boring after a while, so I just thought that this would be much more interesting.
I'd say about the same. Looking for something more interesting. But mostly money, you know.
Or both.
I suppose both help. I'm more in it for the thrills and the excitement. The money's nice, but I wouldn't have a ton to do with most of it.
Well, if you don't need some of it, I'll take it.
We haven't even earned anything yet.
That's true.
And I'm really good at punching stuff. And that's about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's gotten herself into more than a few fights since I've known her.
Ah. A funny one, are ya?
Bar fights are, you know, like in a ring.
I'll let her tell the stories on that one.
I mean, it's just fun to fight, so any opportunity. Bar fights or anything, I guess.
Where am I in relation to Yanni right now?
It sounds like you guys are both in the backseat portions of like the main cart bed, as it were.
Are
So
we, like,
Amber Heard's driving.
Are me and Yanni like just sitting next to each other or across from each other or what?
Probably like across. I imagine you might be like across from each other, depending on like how you want to set up and everything.
Ah, dang it. I was gonna tap Yanni's opposite shoulder and see what happened.
Try not to cause too much trouble, or I will have to stop this cart.
Who's that directed at?
Mostly at Yanni, little at everyone else.
Jord folds his arms. He's like, I haven't done anything.
Doesn't mean I can't be cautious.
I'm here for the good times. The bad times, less so.
I don't know what you consider a good time.
Oh, you'll find out soon enough.
You can't have good without bad.
That is true.
Yeah, but I prefer the balance a lot higher in the good category.
I think most of us would.
Well,
So Jord's keeping an eye out, you know, just watching where we're going. Is there a lot of people passing by, or you're kind of going through the country?
Going through the country road, you see the occasional traveler coming by, like either like you've passed by, going your same direction, or the occasional one, you know, going the opposite direction, going towards, possibly towards, towards the tavern, because the tavern has its own little offshoot road that kind of, you know, hooks up to the tavern itself, up to the tavern property. But there is a main road that links between Major City, which is currently unnamed, but that could easily change in the future. That can and probably should change in the future. That is not major city, major village. It's right on the coast to the
Yes.
Heart Sea, and then
No.
that road goes all the way across from there to a major port city, an actual city. I'm not misspeaking there.
I ate a lot.
That is right up on the coast. It's like the major trading port.
I'd like
for
them later.
The oceanside trading port. You guys are traveling west on the main road. You know about
Yeah, I'm actually streaming right now.
lay of the land, where you've heard of like, okay, where would Willoughby's farm be?
I mean, I can like. My
It's going to be
about all I do
north
with them now, though.
from north and then west. So you're taking a route that way.
Ooh, exciting.
Okay.
All right.
All right, see you then. Bye.
And let me double check my notes real quick to make sure I'm speaking on behalf of the right person's skill set. Okay, that's what I thought. And so yeah, Amber, actually it's perfect that Amberheart is driving, because Amberheart, you actually have some lay of the land of like Willoughby's farm. Once you kind of get going, like, oh yes, you've recalled the general layout over that way. So so it's a good thing you're kind of able to like start you guys off in the right direction from there.
Elrin will just keep an eye on the area as we travel.
Okay then. All right. So you guys are traveling. You guys hit a. Actually, let me go on that. Okay, so after a few hours travel time, you guys have chatted, kind of kept an eye out, maybe did the occasional like take a break for whatever you need, biological functions and whatnot. You guys have a bit of a choice. So you guys are continuing on the way. You know there's going to be a fork in the road that'll take you north, and from there you'll take another fork that'll take you more northwestern, basically the direction you need to go. So you guys can push on, try to make some more progress, or you can camp for the night, and then about later in the day tomorrow, you should make the fork of the road if you do not push on.
And if we push on, we're just kind of be going past sundown a bit.
Yeah, past sundown, maybe like an hour or two into the night, depending on how you guys are, how comfortable you guys are on that.
Would we get a left life of exhaustion? Sorry.
You may risk some of that if you're not too careful. I mean, you guys at least are not traveling by foot, so you guys would be at less risk of that.
Well, I also feel like they could theoretically try to take a nap.
So I was gonna say,
exactly.
Me and I guess maybe Yanni if she wants. We could take naps now since we're not actually steering the cart at all.
Right.
It could be the night watch.
I pull out my winter blanket and wrap up.
Didn't he just say it was like 90 degrees or something?
I said it was 67. Everyone else in chat was like, thinking it's cold
it's a
or
little
hot.
Oh, I thought you were in Celsius.
It's cool, not particularly cold.
I don't know.
Well, I guess more for like cushioning then.
I mean,
No, I was speaking in Fahrenheit because that's my my reference points. Fahrenheit, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
I mean, Muffin has fur. He's just gonna kind of like cross his arms and lean his head back and just doze off.
Maybe like tuck up his bedroll so he's got a little something softer to lay his head against.
Sure. Yeah. A little pillow.
you guys want to keep going, or should we park it for the night?
I think we can go a little further.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the point of our nap if we're parking like 3 minutes
I know.
after we start?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys could have been getting tired, and Amberheart caught that and was like, maybe we should stop.
Maybe Emberheart's getting tired and wants her a break.
Okay. I
Been
mean,
driving like all
yeah,
day,
yeah.
right?
there were
If you
supposed to
wanna
be
take
3 people
over-
switching.
Sure. Otherwise, I can keep going.
What's party consensus? Do we want to stop or?
Keep
I mean,
going.
I'm sleeping, so
If you want to switch drivers,
I can drive for a bit. Just tell me which way to go.
just
I'll be the first night, listen.
I can probably just tell you the next turn, and then from there it'll be a while.
Sorry about that. Somebody's hosting. I'll actually turn off my alerts.
How dare they?
So are we swapping, or am
Yeah,
I gonna keep driving?
Seems to be.
I thought we agreed that I was going to take over.
I was just making sure. Guess I'm gonna kind of take us off to the side a little bit, so we're not in the way of anyone else who happens to be traveling.
Sounds good.
Basically, just stay in like the right lane or something.
Something like that.
Given the environment, probably doesn't really matter too much.
Right.
So, does anything happen as we stop the wagon? Stop the cart?
No, everything's pretty controlled. Where you're able to, pull over the carts, because you're not doing anything like hasty or risky with it. So you just pull it off to the side of the road, take it a little bit off of, like, basically go down the little ditch of it to a nice little flat spot. The Sister Bacchus was a nice wooded area. Where you guys are now, it's much more, there's still plenty of woods and some of it's sparse down, but it's much more thinned out. It's not so dense. So you get a little more open clearing.
All right. So Emberheart and I will trade places on the cart,
Okay.
and I'll start to ease us off slowly back onto the road.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna use Amberheart as a pillow.
Okay, I'm. No. Nuh-uh.
No pillow.
I might give you a pillow, but you're not using me as one.
Yeah.
Just disappointedly go back to my original spot.
Bunch of weirdos.
She's fluffy.
Elrim just rolls his eyes as he keeps going.
Yeah, I have to put up with this myself. So you're not the only one who's feeling that way.
I'm just taking my nap.
Okay.
Is the music working for people in the call? I don't know if anyone's
I don't.
using it.
I don't,
And
I
I'm
don't
hearing
have it
music.
open because I don't want to risk
Oh.
lagging my machine.
I have it set to like 480p 15 FPS because that's the lowest Discord will let me.
I gotcha. Okay, so you guys travel a couple more hours. Who is still awake at this point?
Well, I'm driving, so
You're driving, so it's Elrim is still awake.
How far into the night?
This is probably about. Well, it's actually dark now. Spring, so this is about 10 p.m. ish.
Yeah, probably gonna have nodded off at least a bit by now.
Okay. Muffin, you were still basically napping, it sounded like?
Oh, I'm starting to wake up.
Okay. Enjoyed your little bunny nap, so
Yeah.
you're a little awake.
Just letting them know. Whenever we stop, if there's not a town, I'll be the first watch.
Okay. Jorad?
He fell asleep.
Okay, he fell asleep. That's right. Okay. I was trying to remember who was asleep and who was awake still. So pretty much at this point, Yanni and Elrim are awake at this point from the sounds of it. Correct?
And Muffin.
And Muffin.
Yeah.
I thought I said Muffin. I said Yanni. I thought I said Muffin. So, my apologies. Okay. Elrim, because you basically have been up all day, do me a favor, make a Constitution saving throw, please. So it's our first dice roll of the day.
And you want to use it on me? That's a scary thought.
Did you say Constitution?
Yes.
What does that have to do with alertness? Oh, hi.
Is he still
So
going?
I'm gonna use.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna use my racial ability because I do not like that roll at all.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I did not specify. Difficulty just a 10.
Probably gonna be cleaning one of those too.
Right, and I got a 4.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to try and save face and re-roll that.
Gotcha.
Bye.
Kind of like, so, okay, go ahead and make a reroll.
And unfortunately, everyone's behind me, so I can't see them, so I can't get any bonuses to it, but that's how the game goes. That is now a 20.
Okay, then. So you're...
He slaps himself awake, basically.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically you're traveling along. It's been a long day, just overall. And you kind of start to nod off there at the wheel, and you're like, at the reins. And you kind of like do that kind of like momentary jolt. You kind of look around, over your shoulder for a moment. No one really noticed. And you kind of like, just like slap your cheeks real quick. So you recognize that you're not immediately in danger of like passing out, but you know that if you push it on further, you are going to potentially risk it. So you can either switch up with somebody else, or you might want to pull it over for camp.
What time of night is it right now?
It's
At about what, 10?
Yeah,
10 p.m. So it is dark out at this point.
Okay. I will pull off to the side of the road. Slow the cart down, and I'm starting to get tired. Does someone else want to drive, or should we camp?
Well, I seem to be one of the only rested ones, and I don't know a thing about doing this.
Camp it is.
Well, the horse got to sleep too, eh?
Yeah, that's true. They're doing more work than us.
Bessie definitely looks pretty knackered at this point, you noticed.
So I will get down and I will give Bessie some of the feed I'm fairly certain they gave us for her.
Yeah.
Let her get a little bit of a meal before sleep.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this kind of ended up waking those of us who are resting up.
I'll go
No.
up.
Yeah, you kind of feel the slight bumps as you're changing from like bumpy but relatively smooth road to like going off road, downhill, down a ditch a little bit to more of a low point. So you're like, but
And I'm sure it's actually hard to sleep through Elrim's voice, but
Yeah, I feel like you'd be surprised what Amberheart probably ended up sleeping through.
Indeed.
I don't know. I'll go hang out with Bessie and pet her or him, or I don't know, and just whatever you do to make a horse comfortable when they're stopping for the night. Do you like take reins off or something?
Yeah, you'd take the bit and bridle out. You'd oh no, yeah, because it'd be rain still. You wouldn't necessarily have.
I'll try doing what I can of that stuff.
I forget exactly what. Right.
Does she look like a healthy horse?
Okay. She seems pretty. She seems You did take a look at her. Gonna make a wisdom check.
All right.
Some dice rolling in.
Wisdom. Ooh, I have a -1 in it. All right. 12.
12? Okay. No, she looks like she's in, like, from what you can tell, she looks like she's in decent shape, like, you know, good healthy horse, good shape. They wouldn't necessarily be like, oh yeah, here's our, you know, one that we're, you know, gonna just make in a stew later or something. No, she looks like she's in reasonably good state. Well, she's in good health. She looks pretty tired at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Figure we should tie her up to a tree or something.
Yep.
Just don't tie her too tight.
I'll go take care of that stuff. You guys want to start setting up a fire and things like that? If we even need that.
It's probably not a bad idea. If nothing else, just so you can kind of prep your dinner or whatever it is you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
It does even in springtime. It get really cold. It can get cold at night, cold enough to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Are we doing rations?
I don't know. Are you guys?
I mean, I
Like
have
keeping track of
rations.
how many
I
we
was
have?
just gonna.
If we need, I can go hunting.
I mean, I was just gonna.
I'm in the mood for some horse
thing
meat. See if we can find some of that. Good, no one heard me.
I'm assuming we all have rations regardless, so.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we probably would have ate before we left, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Plus,
But
you probably
that
had
was
some
like
time-
9
time
hours
day.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it says
Plus
I
you
have
guys
one
had a
day's
chance-
worth of rations.
Well, yeah, but like.
You should have more than that.
Or no, like it says each ration is the equivalent of 1 day.
Yeah, and each each adventurers pack should come with like I think 10 rations.
Oh, mine came with 5, apparently.
Well, I mean, there are
Well-
different packs.
I have a tiny pack, but I also have a tiny stomach.
Yes.
All right. So, you guys tie up the horse to the to a nearby tree. You guys find a nice little clearing by the woods where you can kind of have the cart parked. The horse untied from the cart, tied up to the tree. Set up a small little campfire. Keep it hot but low. So. And you guys just kind of break out your rations and start to enjoy like a very late night dinner. Somewhat fitting because you guys did have kind of a later than average maybe lunch break. So, and speaking of break, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. I'm going to be taking a break myself. So we're going to put up a little bit of a pause. I'm going to run some advertisements. You guys feel free to kind of obviously keep the call amongst yourselves. Talk. You can talk in character, talk out. But I will be right back. So everyone, see you in a minute.
Alrighty.
Whoa. So I still keep the ambient campfire music thing. I don't know if anyone's even listening to it other than me.
I am.
I'm not. I should
I'm not.
probably listen to it.
I think I'm the only one who is.
I've basically just kind of been layering music to fit the theme. So there was like horses walking. There was just kind of like some wind and tree branches blowing in the wind and stuff like that.
I dig it. Well, my laptop does not like running a stream inside Discord while on a call. So,
I mean,
however,
for me, it was always the internet that was the limiter, but now it's not.
Yeah.
well, I'm about to take care of my memory problem. This coming paycheck, I'm gonna order. My computer can technically go up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm gonna order a 16 gig card to go alongside the 8 gig that's already installed.
All right.
I think mine's at 16. I think it has 2 8 gigs in it. I forget. It was made by someone else like 6 years ago, and I don't remember.
It's still better than my laptop.
Well, Chris, your laptop is also that old, and it's a laptop.
Well,
I mean, Amber,
Kinda
what is
like-
that weird folding metallic thing?
okay, we've obviously not been talking in character. I don't think any of them would have an idea what a computer is.
I don't know. My first character idea might have.
What?
My first character idea was a Warforged. So,
Oh. I was gonna say, is it like Ezra's last character?
I don't know. Probably not.
No.
It was literally just himself, but he woke up in a dream, and the dream was the campaign.
Interesting.
And
So
the only
he's a guy.
difference being that most of the fighting game moves from fighting games he plays, he knows how to do now.
That is an interesting concept. I just had something silly, stupid in my head, an arcane trickster Warforged.
Sounds like something.
I found that arcane trickster is a good way to do a historically accurate shinobi. So,
I still need to play Shinobi. Not the PS2 one, though.
I prefer Ninja Gaiden to the shinobi games, but
Well, they're both good. I've wanted to play both. Shinobi on PS2 is the big one that I hear is weird, though. I heard that it's, aside from games that intentionally just want you to die as basically the focus of the game, that's probably pretty high on the list, mostly just due to bottomless pits.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, Chris, we really need to go back to Ninja Gaiden, because we were playing it for a while on stream, and then we found out my disc was too scratched to work, and then I found a copy of Ninja Gaiden Black, which is just basically Game of the Year, and then some of Ninja Gaiden.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we have that to go through at some point.
Who all was there for that one?
Me, you, Chloe, Ezra.
Okay.
Although I don't think
think
Chloe
part of the
was
reason
even
people-
awake.
Or I think part of the reason some of the community likes Ezra as much as they do is he's much more energetic than other guests.
Yeah.
I have no clue who Ezra is, so I'm gonna smile and nod now.
Someone who like sometimes shows up in my streams.
Gotcha.
Like of all the people I have who come into my streams, he's probably like the one who best kind of fits the archetype of like his normal personality is just a cartoon character. At least in like the environment of playing video games with friends.
A couple friends of mine keep telling me I should start doing streaming, but I don't know what I would stream.
Hi. That sounds like me.
I would stream high. I don't do drugs
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying
Couldn't help.
Yeah. Well, it's because a lot of people have different interpretations of what streaming is. Like, for most people, it's like, oh, I have to be an entertainer. I have to, like, make sure I'm making quality stuff, and making sure these people are entertained, but like you have to have such a huge following before that's the kind of thing you need to worry about. And by then you're familiar enough that you're not even thinking about it. Like for the longest time, like even up to like 5 times bigger channel than me or M Primes are, like all you really need to all that streaming is basically just you doing something you do otherwise and making it a little more social. You can just do your thing. If someone else wants to hang out, cool. You could chat with them a bit. Like that's the big thing with streaming. It's more so just a way to make things a little more social. That otherwise wouldn't be.
Which also for me is not necessarily something I would do very often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about streaming, but I don't know if I would enjoy it.
Yeah. It kind of gets down to what parts of it you want to focus on. It's just that most people don't get into it because they feel like they need to entertain people, but like you have to get pretty popular before that's the concern, which is what people just overlook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about like art streams, but like who the hell would watch that?
I get a lot of people on my art streams.
I am not good enough at art to do an art stream. My painting is subpar, so I
have to finish.
So I could never do like M Prime does with painting figures or whatnot.
Yeah, I still have this from
Could always do
a few
like
months
building
back.
things.
I could do
my sword.
I do love modding models, so I guess I could do that, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry about that. So everything's still muted on the channel. Checking in. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling?
Just
to
chilling.
be honest.
I think I'm ready for some Night Watch.
All right.
Pretty good. Chill.
Okay.
Or Night
Well,
Listen.
So I figured
did.
before we. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I did manage to get Twitch on my TV, so
cool.
I've actually been watching a muted stream in the background. So just to see if you put anything interesting up for us, you know.
Unfortunately, not at this time. It's one of those ones where I really need to figure out the technical aspects of this, and that can get very stressful for me, and that raises my anxiety up. So it's one of those. Not that I'm like I don't want to do it. It's just one of those ones where like I know I have to figure it out at some point. So,
I gotcha.
So I definitely need.
I just wanted to be able to keep track of it, you know.
I hear you. And that's just me being realistic on that. It's like, yeah. Nevertheless, so I'd be happy to kind of just break down. Like we can do like the rest of the night shift as planned, like the shifts as planned.
Yeah.
And discussed and kind of get some of that out there. But kind of a heads up. There is not any. I don't always like doing random encounters. If I do, I try not to make them so quote unquote random. So it's going to be reasonably peaceful getting from where you guys are to Willoughby's farm. I wanted to allow you guys some opportunities to role play, or at least time to role play amongst yourselves. Because it was very naturalistic for me, and it's also, you know, from the sounds of you guys' experience, it's like you guys were due some role playing time.
Mm-hmm.
So all that being said, I want to throw an option to you guys. Basically, it's kind of like, would you guys like to keep like every day or every couple days as like a role playing opportunities, or would you guys just kind of like after we get through the rest of your setup camp, the various watches, some of the descriptions of that, some of the role playing moments that might entail, do we want to kind of fast track to your destination?
I think that my opinion on that largely depends on, are we doing this like once a month, or do we want to do it more than that, or what? Because like if we're only playing this once a month, and we might be hitting like one plot point a month.
Yeah. Right now, it is kind of, immediately scheduled for like once a month. If nothing else, we would probably not be meeting for December, just because December is going to be a chaotic month, at least for me. So
Chaotic good though, right?
chaotic good, chaotic busy, chaotic busy.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic crazy. Let's keep
Chaotic
going.
control.
Oh, my God.
Oh wait.
You are not hedgehog folk. You are bunny folk.
I've never seen
Hey,
anyone try to do hedgehog folk.
He could be an echidna.
Don't tempt me. I
Well,
used to make classes, races, and monsters for fun, and that were
Yeah.
balanced. Do not tempt me. I will make that.
Well, Chris, if mine was the echidna, then I'd have to follow the bard stereotype.
Why?
Sleeping around with everyone.
I'd be better prepared.
Oh my God! Are you really mentioning what I think you're mentioning?
Yeah. But this is a family-friendly stream, so you can't tell them.
Oh my God! Why is that what came to your mind?
Probably because it's one of like the 3 things I know about echidnas.
Yeah.
My mind just went straight to Knuckles and nothing else. I didn't think about that
Chris,
at all.
you're the one who's told me that, and it's come up multiple times over the last like decade.
I don't remember telling you that myself. Maybe a video or something mentioned it, but I don't think I remember saying it myself.
Possibly. All right, so I'm on the night watch first. Then is everyone just like sleeping, or are we hanging out, or what?
I think. Well, we can carry. Let's pick up that conversation in a moment. Let's get back from break.
Oh,
And
we're
then,
not back from break.
Oh, I told you guys. I have you guys on mute right now.
Oh, I didn't know.
We were.
I
in
guess
a
I didn't realize
planning
that was
state.
still going. Okay, yeah.
So no, yeah. I'll get us off of break, and then let's pick up from there, from that conversation point. Okay. And I'll even ask the question on stream, so that way there's a little more transparency for everybody, because I don't mind that. So 1 moment. And welcome back, everyone. Where we last left off, our little coalition of Crimson Wolves is they have just set up camp. They have secured themselves a nice little camping site, got everything kind of together, and Muffin, I believe, is first on watch.
I'm on listen, actually.
On listen.
Have you looked at my character art?
Quite true. Quite true.
And our
Okay.
last one, my DM gave my character advantage on all listening rolls. I don't know if that's a thing here, though.
Maybe we'll toy around with that later if we need to.
All right, well,
We'll stick to what we got figured out right now.
Yeah.
So,
I guess I'll start out with a perception check and see if anything is around that's noteworthy in any way.
go for it.
I'm outside, I think.
Oh my God! What did you
That's
get?
a nat 1
Oh,
my God.
with a wisdom modifier of 0. Or
if it's a nat 1, it
persuasion.
wouldn't matter anyway.
or
Are you,
No,
are you
that's
used to
only
the
for
tower?
combat. That is only for combat.
Oh, only for combat.
yeah,
Nat 1.
It
not
doesn't help
mean
here.
what-
yeah.
Okay.
So that's a great way for me to start rolling dice in this campaign. And the thing is, I was planning on doing the perception check earlier, so I rolled, and then it just started getting talked over, and then found out we were on break, and that time I got a 19.
Oh no.
Darn.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay then.
Rolls don't count unless you say what it means before it's rolled.
That is not unreasonable. That's other discuss. Meta moment for everyone. Depending on the campaign and the comfortability level of my players with it, I have actually allowed them to make dice rolls for their own things in a more, let's be blunt, mature campaign. It's Vampire the Masquerade. I've told them, like, if you guys, because I've asked them before, like, okay, this is something that's frightening to my character. What kind of check should I make? I'm like, I explained. And then I told them later on, like, so here's the deal. If it's something that you are making the check for your own character, feel free to make it. Set the DC whatever you want it to, the difficulty you want it to be. I'm fine with it. Bear in mind, I am probably not going to penalize you as hard. If I tell you to make the roll, and I tell you the difficulty, and you fail it, then the things will be bad. But that's only because I'm telling you things that are like, you're a vampire. You're like, make this check because you're a vampire and you've been exposed to fire. You're going to be, screaming and wailing in terror because that's how the vampires work in that setting. But if it's something like you saw something scary and you don't know how to process it, and I don't tell you to make a roll, and you make the roll, I'm not going to be like, and you just completely screw yourself over. So, because I'd rather encourage players to experiment with their own characters than they would anything else. Thank you for that meta moment.
Oh. Yes.
So, in this case, everyone's kind of hunkered down for the night from the sounds of it. Elrim is enjoying a very wonderful, relaxing sleep at this point, or as relaxing as can be. At least it's better than being up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
You don't even take that thing off when you sleep?
Muffin.
What was that?
You don't even take that thing off when you sleep? Oh, okay. Let's talk in the morning.
Oh my.
Elrim is already asleep, so you ask that to a sleeping person.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know if it was sleeping just yet or not. I don't know. I thought we were still in the setting up camp process.
No, I said you guys had.
He announced it.
Oh.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Well, hey, you're playing up that natural one very well, Levi. You're doing a very good job at that natural one right now.
Yes. Yes. Indeed.
So, Muffin, after like a moment or two, like, oh, yeah, Elrim is asleep. Okay. And everyone else is quite tuckered out. They've either are settling in, or they have settled in for sleep at the night.
Don't tell me I'm just stuck here with
the
a really active Yanni and no one else.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Am I just stuck here with a really active Yanni and no one else?
Potentially. Yanni, are you were awake for the first shift?
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
We're
no.
in trouble.
Oh no.
Pardon me, my music is really loud on my end.
Alright. So I'll bring out the trumpet. Yanni, you want to see a trick? No. No.
Play it as loud as possible.
All these sleeping people next to us. This is how I get Elrim to kill me.
Honestly, not just him.
And Amberheart's first facepalm of the campaign. No. I'm smart enough to not do that.
We hope.
So Yanni, this is your kind of territory? The forest, the
yeah.
wilderness?
Pretty close to what I'm used to.
Is there anything interesting around here worth doing? Nothing too far away, though.
You like climbing trees?
I'm more of a fan of the ground. I mean, if you want to climb a tree, I'll watch.
Okay. I'll go to the tree that the horse is tied around and climb up it.
All right. With deft expertise and skill, just like scale this tree pretty quickly. It's not a huge tree, but it's not like a sapling or anything either. So
you're gonna start giving the horse ideas.
Yeah.
Or the horse is probably sleeping too. This is what the nat 1 gives me. I don't know. Is he just sitting at the top of a tree now?
I'm just sitting up there.
You're just being the ultimate watch, more than I could ever hope to be. You'll be the eyes, I'll be the ears.
Works.
We'll just hang out, keep an eye out, just kind of relax, sit back, make sure that we're alert-ish.
Right. So it's a very peaceful night. If you've ever been out in the outdoors, you know the brilliant, like it gets dark. It's like
I'm tending to the
pitch
fire.
dark. It is a pitch dark you will never experience in the city, in a city or any other location, a civilized area that is almost constantly of torchlight or candlelight or anything of that.
No stars?
There is plenty of beautiful stars out.
That's enough light.
A whole sky frame of the constellations just waiting to be named or discovered or imagined.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'll just keep tending to the fire. Yanni,
Yep.
do as Yanni does.
Yeah, I'll just
Potentially
practice.
meditating.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, I'll just meditate up in the tree.
Okay. Kind of find a nice little spot. Kind of nice little crotch in the tree at the top that you can kind of like settle yourself into and get a nice, reasonably comfortable meditative sitting position. Who's on second shift?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, a couple hours in. Again, no real major. Just kind of the nice calm and peace that the outdoors would bring. And you know,
Yeah,
Rolled a
whatever.
do you get your? Do you? Oh, sorry. What was that?
I rolled a 9 for perception.
Oh, jeez. All right. So as you're kind of looking around,
Where's Yanni?
like,
Yeah.
well, there's that.
Now he's just missing.
No, when he woke up, I was like, I've just been tending to the fire. Yanni's meditating in the tree. Jordan's probably just rolling his eyes. The tree folk.
Yeah.
And then Muffin, settles down for the
Yeah.
rest of the night.
Me and Jordan have a nice little conversation. Yeah, the ground's a lot better, especially underground. That's where the sweet stuff's at.
I know.
Of course.
Yeah. Weird people climbing trees. I'll never understand them.
Yeah, George just looks up at that Yanni. Or wait. Was it Amberheart that's up there or Yanni?
I'm
It's
sleeping.
Yanni.
Amberheart's sleeping.
Amberheart was first shift of
Yeah,
the day.
my bad. He just
No,
looks at her up there and just like shakes his head.
But yeah, so
I guess I just go
So
off to my own little nap.
gotcha. So yeah, so Jared, you're looking around and definitely
I left him a
definitely kind
pile
of
of
in
sticks.
some ways it kind of reminds you, it's like being out here at night and kind of the quietness, the quiet stillness of the edge of the woods, not too far off from, obviously the road's only like, a few dozen yards away or whatever. It's not super far away. But you are vaguely reminded of home at some of the quieter nights at home, like at the end of a shift. And just kind of like wistfully thinking of times gone past. So, anybody else was on second shift, or was it just Jored?
So is this going to be like
I
every
mean,
2 hours?
I figure it's probably every 2 hours.
I'll
from the sounds of
I'll
it.
probably just like let him know like nothing is happening around here. It's completely peaceful. I don't think we need to wake more people up for this. we could just do one at a time for now,
Okay.
as long as you're alert.
All right, Jorad. By the end of your shift, you get you can get the next person up. Obviously, it went pretty quiet and calm for you.
Yeah. So whoever it is, I just kind of wake him up.
I'm sorry. Who'd you say?
Whoever it is, I thought that we were volunteering, but
Yeah.
If we're volunteering, I can.
Okay.
Should be Amberheart.
yeah, I wake up Amber Heart.
All right.
My turn, huh?
Yep, you're
Just start doing a bunch of cat stretches.
you're not gonna see a whole lot, but
Alright. Pretty used to this anyway.
yeah.
She seems
There
like
you go.
someone with a nightlife.
So
All right.
Just gonna
You go ahead
kinda...
and make a perception roll.
Okay.
As we get some of those rolls out of the way now.
So let's see here.
I could roll the dice that I have that really likes you and say
21.
it's on your behalf. Oh.
Dice rolls seem pretty fine too. Okay, so you definitely hear the. So
Actually,
you
no,
kind
no,
of-
sorry. It's 19, not 21. I was reading the wrong number. It's
Oh,
because I was reading the wrong modifier.
gotcha.
No,
Yep.
it is 21 because I'm proficient in perception. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hey,
and then you did it again.
It's all good. You guys, it's 5th edition is still very new to me, so I know I like a lot of the basic stuff, but still, we're all still getting used to it. Thank you for the apology, though. It's from my point of view, it's not as bad as it could have been. So thank you, though. So yeah, okay, so yeah, you quickly get into kind of maybe pace around a little bit, sit down for a moment, kind of get an idea of like what's around. Muffin kind of looks like they had not at all, like they're comfortably like resting wherever, taking their little nap. Jared settles in. You
Is Yanni
take
still in the
note.
tree?
Yeah. I picture Yanni still up in the tree.
Amber
You can
probably
hear-
just looked straight to the tree and knew right away.
I was saying he's like looking around, looked up the tree, see Yanni. You can definitely hear her slow, steady, rhythmic breathing that you recognize from her meditation. So
What the heck is that?
Meditation.
That is not meditation.
that is
That's a nat 1 meditation.
nah.
Roll to meditate.
Other people to do.
So, oh,
That'd be an interesting
yeah. So you are, again, it's definitely a little bit of a night chill, especially since it's like, I think if I'm doing my math right, like 3 a.m. at this point. So, and everything seems kind of nice, little subtle, nice, little quiet. You hear the occasional wildlife flutter about. You can tell, based on some of the noise, that that it is truly spring is coming. Some of the animals that have the new young that are old enough to kind of venture forth from the warrens and dens of their homes are now, careful about the night. You hear the occasional nocturnal predator, like an owl or other animals kind of moving about, nothing that seems to be kind of getting close to really interfering with your group's camp. And you were reminded of have that little quick quiet moment of reminding of home, your family, your clan. Just thinking, he's out there somewhere, you'll find him. You have that confidence kind of instilled in you. After all, if the night is like this, even back where your family was, the world can't be all that different.
Kind of whispering to myself, he's strong. He'll be somewhere.
Indeed. Indeed he is. Indeed he will be.
Johnny yells from the tree, "What?"
I thought you were asleep.
Nothing.
I'm meditating.
No,
Oh, right. Yeah.
I shuffle around a little bit.
Forgot that you actually still listen to things while you're meditating. Sort of.
It's called keeping a watch.
Yeah, and she's been... Like, her watch should have been long done.
It's been like 4 hours.
Should probably sleep.
Yeah, probably.
Parkour off the tree and lay down.
Acrobatics check. No. No. To jump from the topmost point of the tree.
I'm not going to make you worry about that necessarily. That's a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
That'd be dumb. This is supposed to be a peaceful night.
It is a peaceful
I fall in
night.
the fire.
Peaceful night until Yanni parkoured down the tree and broke her arm.
You could not have been in a position to fall into the fire.
Yanni rolls a nat 1 perception. Fire is cold, right? No. Let me try it.
All right. So, Yanni comes down from the tree, joins Amberheart and the rest of the company, as it were. Sorry, I'm adding to the map right now. So, okay, so that shift goes pretty quietly, pretty wistfully, without too much problem. What this sounds like, it would be if you guys were doing a 4th shift, it would be the 4th shift at this point. So, if I'm doing my math right.
We either be starting a loop or going to Elrim.
Sounds about right.
You'd probably be waking Elrim up for this.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he's gotten 6 hours of sleep at this point.
Mm-hmm. Give or take, a little bit.
Plus, he's the only one who hasn't been on watch.
Wake him up the way that cats wake people up. Just sit on his face.
No.
And suffocate him, apparently.
That's how cats do it, right?
Or they just
Not
slap
all.
you.
I mean, my cat really loved biting my ear, so,
You know what? Do that. Amberheart,
No.
go for it.
No.
Oh, you're right. You can't see the ear. You can't see the ear.
Amberheart
There's a
does
helmet.
actually value respect.
Suppose
Far more than money.
respect is good.
So you go over and kind of just jostle him awake a little bit, just nudge him, hey, time to get up.
Really? Are you just going to be doing this the whole campaign?
No. It'd be funny, though.
For a little bit.
Yeah. That'll be your next character, the tabaxi that just acts like a house cat.
Oh, God. So, Okay. So, Autumn, you're kind of gently woken up, roused from your sleep for your shift.
My turn.
Yep.
All right. Get some sleep. And I'll get
work
up
on
and
that.
I'll grab a water skin from my bag and walk towards the road a little bit.
All right.
Has anyone else
you can go
passed
ahead.
on the road? Has anyone else passed on the road this whole time?
Not that you noticed when you're on your shift. So,
When my back's far enough, when I'm certain I'm far enough away, I will raise my helmet and take a drink from my water skin.
gotcha.
I see nothing. Unfortunately.
All part of my master plan. Yeah.
Okay, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
What?
I really wanted to avoid saying anything about that. No, you're welcome to. I was like, oh no.
I knew somebody would eventually.
I honestly, based off of what his description, I didn't think that was what he was intending to. I only realized the comparison later on my own. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. He'll show us his face when he needs a robot to give him healing spray.
Oh.
At least it's nothing that extreme or anything like that.
Could always be like
Horribly
Goblin Slayer.
confused now, but I'll accept it.
And it's actually not like Goblin Slayer either. I know that much. It's
No,
just-
I'm just.
Oh no, he knows what Goblin Slayer is?
I saw the first episode, and I actually saw the last
it?
episode.
Me and Chris watched all of the... It's quite an experience.
It is.
It's an experience.
I've not watched it yet.
I'll put it this way.
I'd
I've
actually
watched
recommend
Berserk.
I don't know what that is. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Wow.
It sounds familiar. I think I saw like... Is that the one... I think I saw a guy from that who was in like a death battle, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yes. He was in
Yeah.
Death Battle.
Here's the one with like just a like 10-foot sword or something, right?
Yep.
Is it 10 foot? I was going to say, I thought it was bigger.
Okay, yeah,
I believe
sure.
it's 10 foot. Because they
I'm just
compared
saying
it to a
huge.
real life greatsword that was 7 feet. So
Right. Of course, the difference is that the that claymore that individual used weighed, I think, 20 pounds, whereas
Yep.
Guts's Dragon Slayer
Oh, that's what it is.
is like 100 pounds.
Dear God.
No, Chris, nothing's wrong.
So, but yeah. So, yeah, you kind of refresh yourself, kind of nice to calm away from everyone, get a chance to,
There we are.
you know,
This is a great sword.
so.
remind me to bring mine into the chat next time. You'll appreciate it, Levi.
It's like the official Witcher 3 silver sword from like Poland, where like the developers decided that only one blacksmith is actually allowed to make them. I think it's cool.
Interesting.
Comes with a dagger
But yeah.
too. That's somewhere.
But as you may have been caught on, Elrim's caught on, it is definitely a very peaceful, quiet night out here. Not much of trouble brewing in the night at this time. Watchers are still prudent, but obviously doing it one at a time seemed to be equally prudent. So,
Right.